going on? So guys, what's going on today? I'm shooting this video for my buddy Greg. He's got some questions about how he can develop his punching power for boxing, and I figured while we're doing that video for him, we're going to throw it up on Instagram and Facebook and all the other bullshit to show you guys what to do also. So today we're going to work with the Landmine, right? Now, one of the hardest things for people to learn how to train is how to develop spiral rotation and rotational power. You can think about it, all the exercises you do in the gym are very like forward-based motions, and it's very hard to take that stuff and change it over to rotational motion patterns, right? So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you a couple of the basic exercises we're gonna do with the Landmine so you guys can start taking them and incorporating them. Now, these are not like the end-all and be-all exercises. These are gonna be the bounding steps. We're gonna practice these, we're gonna get better at these first, and then we're gonna move on from there, all right? So, we're gonna start over at the basic arm action, right? One arm's gonna be up, one arm's gonna be down, all right? And what's gonna happen is as I go to do the press, right? You'll notice by whipping and winging, see how I'm making a wing right here? By whipping and winging with my free arm, it's gonna help create that rotational power, because now what I'm doing, I'm developing spiral drive and lateral flexion in the spine, which helps to engage my lats and my obliques, in addition to my arm muscles, right? And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna visit the power for this one doesn't come from the press, it comes from the pull of the Landmine. I'm here as I'm going, right? Even if you're keeping your feet even, you can feel the slight spiral rotation happen, just like when you're throwing a punch. It's exactly what it looks like. Now, we're gonna add the leg aspect into it, right? The most basic one is the step. I'm gonna stack my foot. My short side right now is my right side. My right leg is bent, right? I'm taking the pulse, I feel it in the glute muscle. The arms in the rack position. And what I'm gonna do, as I press up, I'm gonna step forward and press, all right? You wanna position yourself so you feel like you're under the Landmine. All I'm doing is I'm stepping off that back foot, driving, get my heel real quick, get my foot, and I'm driving as I go, just like this. You see how I'm flaring my heel, right? Moving down that free arm. Where's the glute? Pause it for a second. All right, cool. So you can see how when we did the rotational motion with that one, right? Just like if I was gonna throw a punch and I'm going into somebody, it's the exact same motion, right? What am I doing right here? I'm keeping my hand up to block anyway, right? I'm here, and I'm throwing the punch. That's the exact same motion you're training with the Landmine. So, now we're gonna progress it, right? So the basic one most people do, wants to go through again, you got the arm action, right? Then shut up, Siri. My watch wants to be part of the process, right? So now from here, I add a step. So that's the forward step. Now we're gonna do the drop in, which is reverse step. I'm gonna start with my feet even, right? My same arm position, and what I'm gonna do now, instead of stepping forward, I'm gonna step back with the arm that drives. So my right arm's gonna drive, my right arm's gonna step back, and I'm right here. And I'm doing a drop-in step. All that weight is coming in my glute. Arm, step back, drive. Step back, drive. Notice how I'm flaring the heel out. Think behind me. That sounded horrible, by the way. So, watch my right heel as I step back and drive, right? Heel flares out. It helps create that spiral rotation of the head, right? Now, the last part, we do the switch step, right? Come to the side. I'm in that same position, but instead of stepping, I'm gonna switch my feet, right? Everything's gonna change positions. Here, right? Now, what I like to do is I like to start from the top. So I catch and I redirect. I get the eccentric load of my glutes and hamstrings. So I'm right here, catch, pop, and I'm back up. Catch, pop. You see how my knee is weightless, because all the weight is going through my glute. Pop, 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 right? A lot of different ways to do that one. So, those are Landmine presses, right? That is a basic forward press. Now, we have other exercises we can do where we can add rotation to a press where, just to give you an idea, I would add a slight spiral rotation first. I would catch, pop, press. I could also do ice skater, catch, pop, press. There's a lot we're gonna progress on. However, we're gonna start with that first. I want you to take the video, if you can, watch it in like slow speed a little bit. Watch what happens at the shoulders, how I'm flexing and rotating, how when I'm going, I'm opening up and I'm spiraling through the hip. And while I'm spiraling through the one hip, my back heel flares out. heels away all day. And while it does look like it's an upper body exercise, one, it's more lower body and lat dominant, so it's a ton of core. And two, your heart rate is gonna go through the fucking roof. So, a bar by itself, a 45-pound bar, is more than enough initially to get started with. As you get crazier with it, 10 pounds, 25 pounds, especially if you're going for like boxing, developing power, I would try to stay at like, honestly, 4 to 7 reps is a very appropriate range for this. Set to 10, you're getting into a lot of more cardio. If you want to go for power, you can definitely go heavy on these. I think we got up to 2 45-pound plates and a 25-pound plate on there for that. And that was like the 1, maybe 2 reps max. That was for straight strength and power, all right? So there's a lot of different ways you can apply it. Focus on moving better though, not lifting more weight. And by focusing on moving better, power and the strength is gonna come. Hope that helped you guys out. Stay tuned for more.